Welcome back to Musicians on the Record. I'm David Ward. We are at the 2018 NAMM Show, and we just went to the sessions panel. It's all about getting your music business in order, and the wonderful Paul Quin is with us. Paul, welcome back to the show.
Dave, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure.
We were so lucky to have you last year talk with us after the show in a full interview. If you haven't seen the full interview with Paul, check it out on our website. It's all there. It's all, it's just wisdom about music business. So tell us, we talked about social media, we talked about relationships, we talked about how to do your music business. For someone who's watching this the first time,
Sure.
What would be a top one or two tip for them, up and coming musician?
Okay, well, let's assume competence on your instrument, right? Because that's the first thing. If you're not competent on your instrument, no one's going to give you a job, no matter how well you take care of your business. But you are going to have to, as a musician, understand that this is an industry. Billions of dollars exchanged, right, from during the course of a year. So you have to think like a business. That's the most important thing. Can you think like a business? Can you form an LLC? Can you form a business company? And there are tax benefits and liability benefits. So, you do all those things. But really, the very first thing to do is to have a mental mindset that says, I am part of an industry and I need to be part of that business. Once you can generate that mental mindset, you'll find other things start to fall into place.
Yeah. And you would know, you are one of the top entertainment lawyers in the country. And
That's overly kind.
Well, it's very true. One of the things I really enjoyed what you said about not giving your music away for free. Say more about that.
Well, there's a big debate right now as royalties have declined and as streaming revenue is so small. People say, well, I'm going to create music and I'm just going to give it away and use it as a loss leader for my concerts. And I'm not saying that's an invalid way of thinking, but it's a way of thinking that truly worries me, because I believe when you create something, it has a value. And I believe when you give away something, you're not only giving away yours, you're sending a message to everybody else that that creation has no value. So I think we should all concentrate on the value that we bring, and we shouldn't give stuff away. And there are methods in which you can make sure you get the attendance at your shows without giving away your music.
And you had a tip for folks of a preview. Can you say what a potential strategy of that is?
Sure. Those people that feel they should put their entire songs on YouTube, I would suggest taking a 25-second clip, 20 seconds, 25 seconds, certainly no more than 30 seconds. Put that in and then show the link to where they can buy the record underneath if they like it. Usually that is enough.
It's a preview, right? It's a preview of coming attractions. Movie trailers do it. Why not musicians, right?
Right. No movie companies put their entire movie on YouTube to encourage you to like them.
That's right. Exactly. And for those who don't know, Paul is quite an accomplished drummer as well. Tell us a little bit about musically what's also coming up for you in 2018.
I have a couple. I'm still playing with the Sean Harper Trio, and I know Sean has been on Musicians on the Record. I watched that that interview.
Great guy.
He was just spectacular. So we have a couple of shows coming up at the Capitol Theater in Florida in April, I think. We have one at the Hideaway Cafe, which is a beautiful little venue that keeps inviting us back because we keep selling it out. So we got that coming up, and the trio's working. We have Chris Shamato on saxophone and keys and vocals, and he's a great guy. So yeah, we've got a few things coming up.
Have to get him on the show too.
You should, yeah. And I think we're going to record an album this year. So
wow, that's very exciting, in the studio.
That's exactly right.
Wow. And you'll see the preview of those songs, a 25 or 30-second preview, not the whole thing, probably on your social media.
I think that would be a fair assumption, yeah.
Sounds great. Paul, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure's always mine, I promise.
You've been so helpful.
Yeah. And all you good folks out there, Musicians on the Record, go check it out.
So generous. We're at the 2018 NAMM Show. How could it be a better day? Anaheim, California, the sun is shining. There's no snow or ice. It's like 80 degrees out there, Paul.
Yeah, I'm wearing a jacket and sweating.
Right. I'm from Maine, so this is paradise. Stay tuned for more. I'm David Ward.